So, in this on this feast of Saint Simon and Jude, in the Saint Paul's letter to the Ephesians, I'm attracted to this phrase that is that the whole body joined and knit together by every ligament with which it is equipped, and this is just after Saint Paul has talked about how everyone has different gifts to equip the saints for the work of ministry. In a sense, what that, to me, the conclusion I draw is that each one of us is called to be a ligament, right? In a sense that if we imagine that it is the power of God that's the muscle, in a sense, we are those ligaments. We're called to hold on to each other. That's the job of a ligament, is to attach, right? One bone to another and hold that joint together. And the thing about ligaments, as someone who has had ligaments get sore, um, is these old shoulders of mine. But what the ligaments do is they don't hold things, still, do they? You can't. Otherwise, you'd just be a board. Ligaments allow what I like to call a firm flexibility, that they remain in contact, but they're allowed to flex. They're allowed to bend. And that is the nature of movement, is to be in contact, to hold on to one another in relationship, in fact, in communion, but to be flexible, to be willing to bend, to be willing to, in a sense, yield to each other out of love, speaking the truth in love. That truth is what holds us together in one body, and the love allows us to be flexible as we seek to enact that truth into the life of our community and of me and the community of faith and of the world. So I guess, it's like we think of the body of Christ, and Paul's used in Corinthians, he says, the hand can't say to the rest of the body, and the eye can't say, so we tend to think of those. But I guess my new favorite image of Christians in the body is ligaments holding each other together. And just so in your prayers and in your works of ministry and service, just imagine yourself holding on to that body, keeping us together, allowing us to kind of bend and flex so that we can move according to the will of the Spirit. A reading from St. Paul's letter to the Ephesians. I, the prisoner in the Lord, beg you to lead a life worthy of the calling to which you have been called, with all humility and gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another in love, making every effort to maintain the unity of the Spirit and the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, just as you were called to the one hope of your calling, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in all. But each of us was given grace according to the measure of Christ's gift. Therefore it is said, when he ascended on high, he made captivity itself a captive. He gave gifts to his people. When it says he ascended, what does it mean but that he had also descended into the lower parts of the earth? He who descended is the same one who ascended far above all the heavens, so that he might fill all things. The gifts he gave were that some would be apostles, some prophets, some evangelists, some pastors and teachers, to equip the saints for the work of ministry, for building up the body of Christ, until all of us come to the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of God, to maturity, to the measure of the full stature of Christ. We must no longer be children tossed to and fro and blown about by every wind of doctrine, by people's trickery, by their craftiness and deceitful scheming. But speaking the truth in love, we must grow up in every way into him who is the head, into Christ, from whom the whole body, joined and knit together by every ligament with which it is equipped, as each part is working properly, promotes the body's growth in building itself up in love. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God.